Hello, hello. It's Druid's Fire, and this is my World of Warcraft The War Within Collector's Edition unboxing video. Now, I would like to point out, firstly, big head mode, hi. I'd also like to point out how damn big the box is. Dun, 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 dun. This isn't gonna work. Alright, microphone back here. Alright, check this out. That's the short end of the box. This is the long end of the box. Metro! Look at this. I'm gonna break my wrist doing this. Seriously. This thing is a lot. And yes, before you're worried, I removed all identifying stickers from this box. Oh my god. This thing weighs a ton. But one thing I would like to point out is the box, yeah, it's that heavy, has a sticker on it. You can't really read it very well, but it says, do not ship before August 1st, 2024. But what I also find interesting is on the box, it has printed on the side here. You guys can't see. See, you can just like when I'm, setting it down on the table, you can hear it go. Is it says Leopard PCCE, publisher BZ Entertainment. Let me see if I can actually get you a shot of that without breaking everything. We have successfully done that. Alright. You can hear how heavy this thing is. And you can also see that it's still sealed. I haven't unpacked it yet. So this is completely fresh. I'm reaching for the scissors that I brought out. I don't actually have a box cutter, and I don't know the rules on Twitch about the use of knives. Otherwise, I just used a kitchen knife, but we're not going to do that. We're not violating any Twitch rules that I'm aware of, so I'm just going to use a pair of scissors, and we're going to pop this thing open. Carefully, I might add. No harming oneself. Alright, we'll get this one right here. Alright, got that. Now we're gonna get this end. Again, carefully. Again, literally, I have not... Well, obviously, everybody knows what's in the box. If you read the descriptions on worldofwarcraft.com. So you just go up there. Since the cats are not using the other chair right now, which is actually unusual for them, I'm going to borrow their chair. I have a chair. Inside the box is a bit of cardboard. And then on top of the box, let me see if you can get in to see this. He looks like this. Sorry for the microphone. So, all kinds of nice foam. Lovely World of Warcraft thing. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to open this up under the table. So I suspect this is the key code for the game. It's like opening an Oscar, actually. Not gonna lie. It is the key code for the game. Look! Aren't they slick? They did the whole... You have to scratch it off to use it. So that's kind of cool. Alright. We'll deal with that later. Off camera! Alright, we'll set that aside. Set that by my phone so I can use that later. So, next up we have bits of packing styrofoam nicely taped together. Okay. I'm actually a little bit fascinated because this is where the key code thing came, but then you just pop this out and it's like, what? So it makes me think that there may be some editions of the game that have something that fills up this volume in some fashion. And it's like, why didn't I get one of those? Alright. More packing styrofoam over here. And there's more packing styrofoam on the bottom. And this is the actual thing. I'm going to put these styrofoam things in the big box. So I can use the part of my desk that doesn't currently have much on it to store. Alright, big box over there. Okay. So, in the plastic is the World of Warcraft. And of course they're pimping out the fact that this is, whoops, the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft coming up later this year. So please don't put the plastic over your or a child or any other breathing entity's faces. That would be a very bad thing and most likely illegal in many places. Alright. So this is the big honkin' box. Alright. So on one end, oh, and I'm noticing the box is very careful. You have to be careful with it. On one end, we get a nice World of Warcraft logo on there. On the other end, you get the nice World of Warcraft logo. Now, one thing I would like to point out, this is different than previous expansions. Yeah, as you notice, it's a bit hefty. There's also the WoW logo on this side. There's the WoW logo on this side. Actually, that's here. I'm going to show you what this actually means, right? It's big. Well, it's because, I'll show you. You see this? You see this? See this? Zoop. Come on out. Come on out. I'll just set it like this. This is the collector's edition we're used to getting. Right here. We'll go into this a little bit more here in a minute. I'll set this aside. This is why this thing costs $200. Well, 180 plus change. Nice WoW logo on the top. Again, the WoW logo on this end. WoW logo, same thing here. And this is the fucking statue. This is the statue that comes with it. I honestly don't give a flying flip about the statue. I didn't want the statue. I didn't want to pay for the statue. But there's no way to get the collector's edition without the damn statue. And that's why they justified jacking up the price $50. Because last 2 years ago, Dragonflight was $130. $130 for the collector's edition. This was $180 plus tax. Thank God for Twitch thingies, right? Alright. And on the big outer frame, you see how flimsy this is, right? Unless you're supporting both both sections of this box, it would go like that. You can kind of see where it had done so, because I can see a little bit of a crease right here. Okay, so we're going to set this aside. This is a statue, and it is, on the bottom it says a Griffin Rider, and has comments in various languages. On the actual frame, it tells you what you get with your Epic Edition. It's the same copy text that you see on the page to buy it. So, nothing unusual there, nothing new. Let's take a look at the actual statue. Because I really don't care, the value of opening this or whatnot. I'm not fussed about it. So, there's styrofoam here, holding it. Gosh, what is holding it into place? And the styrofoam has the WoW 20th anniversary logo on it. I don't know if you can see that. You can kind of see it. There you go. You can see it. Alright. But for some reason, this doesn't want to come out. Let me see if I can embrace it. Embrace the shadows. Come on. Come on up. Come on. I'm really holding on to this very hard to get this out. Oh. That's why. They taped the top and the bottom of the styrofoam together. Alright, I'm going to move this out of here so I can use that box for that. You may not fall off the table. Good thing I didn't put my scissors away, right? Alright, carefully. Oops, sorry. It's like opening up a beer cooler. You remember folks who would get beer coolers that were just nothing more than like a styrofoam box? Feels like that. Only there's no beer involved. Which is good because I'm not a beer drinker anyway, so I'm not too fussed about it. Alright, come on you. They really do make it difficult to... Yeah, just make this styrofoam squeak. Alright. Okay, I think I almost got it. And this will, just to make a note for those watching on Twitch, this will be going up on my YouTube later. Oh my god. Okay, so in the box, we have a base. Talks about the Griffin Rider. And has like the copyrights and stuff, and it mentions the 20th anniversary. So this is just the resin base. This is the Griffin's tail. And this looks like the main portion of the actual statue. Oh, wait, there's something else there. I'll set that down carefully. Set this down. Oh. Hammers up! If you follow Towley, you know what I'm talking about. But, okay, there's something else in here that feels like it's holding it down. Hold up. Oh, hey. The Griffin's wings are down here. I was wondering, like, this looked like there's way too much space in here. Volume in the box for what was actually coming out of the box, but... Wing. And... another wing. Okay, okay, I got it, I got it. I'm actually gonna put the statue back in the box when I'm done with it. Okay, so we got 2 wings, the main body. Alright. Honda Goldwing, anybody? Okay, so there's a wing. Here's a wing. I gotta do it. Look, I'm in anime. and the material, it's a plastic, or it feels like a plastic. It's looks like it's a black. No, the plastic itself looks like it's some kind of like bronzy color, but it's definitely been. There's been some paint touch-ups to make it look a little bit more 3D and, you know, some dry brushing going on with it. Alright, so here's the main portion of our Steadfast Dwarf. And here's, like, the bottom. Okay, so... obviously, you're supposed to put your dude here. And so let's put this together. Okay. You can't really see this, but I can see it. Well, I mean, it looks like it should fit that way. But it doesn't feel like it wants to fit that way. That's what she said. Well, maybe you're supposed to start with this one. Down here. 2 wings, what could it be? It could be a griffin. And I would like to point out, they don't actually give you any instructions in the box for how to put this thing together. I'm looking at it. I mean, it seems obvious to me where things should go. But the actual fitting together does not feel right. Unless... yeah, that doesn't make any sense to have this leg up here. Because all 3 feet on it are keyed, so they should only fit in one specific way. So let's set this down. Let me take a quick look at this. Yeah, this one's definitely keyed. I mean, it feels like you should be like this, right? I mean, it looks like it's keyed correctly. But things don't want to slide into position very well. Unless... oh, I see, I see. Yep, Druid is a dummy. Druid is a dummy. You're supposed to... yeah, there we go. I was like, why isn't this fitting? It's because I have to take off the condom. Is it heavy? I would say yeah, it is heavy. It's not made of metal, it's a plastic. It's like a heavy plastic. So this is a condom for the griffin, and now this should fit. It's like, why the hell wasn't it put falling into... ah, see, this is much nicer. Here we go. Here we go. So it doesn't, like, clip in, like, hold into place. So there's that. And then let's get our noble dwarf's arm in there. We'll get the tail in here. And again, everything is keyed, so It's only supposed to fit in one particular way. That tail does not look like it's very sturdy. But I think the way they did it is they're expecting gravity to hold it into place. Because, you know, you can just, like, lift up the tail really simply. But once you set it down, the gravity holds it into its butt. Okay. And wing 1. Guessing... Yeah, this looks like it goes into wing 1. Left wing, right wing. This does not have anything holding it up. Okay, come on, get in there. Alright, got the left wing going. And there we go. Again, I am going to take this thing back apart afterwards, so I could just put it back in the box, because I really have nowhere to put this thing right now. Even though the box is technically bigger. So this is what it looks like. All nice and gnarly. I have to be careful, because this is very top heavy. And I am very well aware that the main base, the heaviest part, is not secure. So it does look pretty damn cool. This is my first proper Blizzard statue. I haven't bought any of them because they're too fucking expensive. But let me set it back down. I'm gonna pull you completely off. Zoom, zoom. So you get a better look at the actual dwarf. Tail do not fall out. So one of the criticisms of this expansion is that it is very alliance heavy, and I would agree it is very alliance heavy. Look at that, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. However, my understanding is the next expansion, Midnight, is supposed to be very Horde heavy. So for the Horde, for those... So this is a really cool statue. I'm going to carefully take it apart again, so I can put it back in the box. While I listen to Scamper, I think it was, actually claw another box that's out in the living room. For some reason, she really likes to claw the box the vacuum cleaner is in. Screech! And the actual base that everything sits on is just, you know, some random stones. It's got a nice little dwarf design base. But there's nothing on here. There's no lights or anything like that. So it's just a statue. So, good times. Okay. Let me, once again, put the condom on. As one should always practice protection when dealing with things of this nature. Alright. Now, as we recall, and I'm going to put the plastic bags on everything as well, so. Alright. Wing goes in here. And look, suffocation warning. Don't put this over your face. Don't put this over your any other living being's face. It would not be wise. Okay, so the wings go in. And this, of course, is how do we put things back the way they were? The wings seem to want to go like that, or like this. Okay. I'm thinking, yeah, it looks like the left wing wants to go in first. Wait a minute, I'm one goes like that. And other one goes in this little baggie. Whoever actually streamed putting Lego together actually also streamed tearing it apart. How many of you ever did that? Okay, so there goes that. And then this goes on top of that. Or does it go the other way? Actually, I think it goes the other way. Yeah, I think it does. Yeah. I think that's right. Question mark. Okay. The main statue fits in here. Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, the squeaky styrofoam. It actually feels like this should go like this. Damn thing just took a bite out of me. Okay, I think that goes like that. And the arm goes in here. Did it not? Oh, it actually did take a chunk out of me. It feels like the arm should have gone back in this way. Yeah, it was kind of like this. And by the way, the thing has a nice storm hammer thing going on there. Kind of want to feel like this should be lying flat. Where's the other half of this? Where are you? Yeah, the other half. Because this, of course, has to fit on top of it again. I feel like they should be down further. Thought birding was going to be dumb, but you caught yourself birding on non-stop and going down the stops. Hell yeah. Standing Stone does some really wild and wacky things sometimes. And I don't always... Oh, that's how that fits. Okay, so this fits this way because it covers that up. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. I'm pretty sure this is how it's meant to be. Like, this should be coming down through here in some fashion. So where does the tail go again? Yeah, I'm probably just gonna start throwing things back in here any old way. I think the tail was actually... Or maybe this was for the tail. Maybe this was for the tail. Hold up. Yeah, it kind of looks like the tail could have gone there. But then where did this go? Let's chuck it in there. Alright. This, of course, does not fit. Does not fit this way. I don't think it's going to fit this way either. Even less so. Maybe this was the correct way this way around. Hold up. Hold up. I'm just gonna stick those two pieces down there because I don't care at this point. This should definitely be seated a lot lower. Like the wings aren't in deep enough. Maybe. Because this piece should pretty much be like, yeah, this piece should be flush like this. So I need to get these back in to where it is flush. So I'm doing something wrong with these two things. I'm spending more time putting it back together than I was taking it apart. Go figure that one out. It feels like that should be like that. If that's like that, then this cannot be flush. It's barely flush. I am not understanding this by any stretch of the imagination. You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna deal with that later, because I got things to do tonight. Alright, put this in there. I'm gonna move these things aside, and we're gonna move on to the actual box. This is your normal size World of Warcraft expansion collector's edition until now. It's got a nice, the cover's actually nice. It's got this really subtle embossing on it, and the color is actually, it's reflective, but you have to like tilt the light, so it's actually really cool. I don't know if the camera can pick that up. Yeah, my camera's not awesome enough to pick it up, but if you look at it really close, the actual foil, the metallic stuff, is actually really, really cool. And so this is actually lightly embossed, so you can feel the texture of the knotwork and whatnot. And I'd like to note that it says at the top, World Soul Saga. On the back, it continues actually some of the design, some of the runic design on here, going around this way in a half circle. Just kind of cool. And the back side is just the Shattered World of Warcraft. Alright, here we go. In the box! Remember, the key doesn't come in the box. The key is in a different thing. It comes in this. Alright. Okay, the inside cover of the box. It's just like a standard... I don't even think it's... did Corey stream today? Yes, he did. He was playing Grifflet today. I missed that question earlier. Just has the WoW logo on the inside cover. Looks really nice. And the very first thing you are presented with is the art of World of Warcraft, The War Within. So, big thumping book. And it's got the WoW logo on the back. And it looks like this. It's an art book. It's mostly the art itself. I understand that any of the text was written by Christy Golden. Yay, Christy. Fuck you, Blizzard, for laying her off. Christy and I are acquainted, so I'm allowed to be pissed off on her behalf. And the book is narrated by Thrall, Let me do my worst Chris Metzen impression. My name is Thrall. That's it, the worst. Yeah. I was once war chief of the Horde, but now I am honored to serve as one of the many who lead it. Years ago, I set to chronicle the story of my people, the Orcs. Here, I write of matters that concern all who inhabit our world. So just imagine Chris Metzen actually reading that, because, yeah, that was a bad Chris Metzen. I've met him before. He's actually as fucking awesome as you might think. But yeah, there's... sorry, if you have arachnophobia mode on, too bad. I don't have arachnophobia. I will be playing without arachnophobia. I might actually do a funny arachnophobia. Well, okay. I want to be careful about that, because I don't want to be disrespectful. Because I do know there are people who are obviously legit arachnophobes who appreciate the fact that Blizzard put an arachnophobia mode into the game. That it's going to help them play the game. This is an important accessibility feature. So I don't want to make a joke out of it. But I do kind of like the fact that they changed most of the spiders in the game to crabs. Or 2 minutes off. You might need to refresh the thing. But yeah, nobody with any soul who actually loves World of Warcraft would be happy that Christy Golden got laid off. There are some people who hate her just because she worked at Blizzard, and it's the whole complicated, toxic thing. So this is a really nice art book. It has a nice heft, it has a nice heft. It's a hardcover book. This is a good coffee table book. So that's very nice. And under that is a pin. Can't see what it looks like. Okay, turning up, this is the correct way up. So it's a bronzy pin of... It looks like the key art featuring Anduin holding up Charlemagne and Ilaria holding up her bow. I assume Ilaria is going to be a raid boss. I'll kick her ass and take her bow, because that's a thing. Alright. And below that... What else is here? Lift. Is that actually it? Is that seriously it? The pin, the book? Because it feels like there should be something else in here. But maybe not. Yeah, this does not pull out. It feels like there should be, like, if you lift up on this thing, that there should be something underneath it, but there's I don't know. Hi, kitty cat. One of my kitty cats is looking in the door. Oh, and I also notice I have a thing over here. See past my green screen, which I can't fix right now. Actually, I can't, because I need my shift key. So, honestly, the box is a little disappointing. Not gonna lie. Because if that's literally all that's in the box weighs more than anything that's in it. Yeah, this is pretty solid. It doesn't look like anything that you can... I mean, it looks like in the box itself, you see this thing here, you think that there's something, the 2 dots, you think that'd be like, you hook your fingers in that and you pull it up and then there's something under it. But there doesn't feel to be anything under it. So I think that might actually be all of it, which honestly I'm a little bit disappointed about. Because previous collector's edition would have things like postcards, the soundtrack. Also, fuck you, Blizzard, for laying off Russell Brower. He's also a friend. So yeah, I think that's it for the actual box itself. Unless I'm missing something. Let me take a look at this thingy-majigger here. Okay, so this is all about the epic in-game content. So no, looking at the actual thing on the back of the overall thing, the only thing in the CE box is the pin in the book. 7 p.m. you have to go. Bye! We're just about done here because this is everything. You don't need to watch me put this thing back together over the course of the next hour and a half. So, yep, everything that you're going to get in-game, I don't have my glasses, but you're going to get an instant level 70 boost, 30 days of game time, technically beta access, and also 3 days of early access. I personally am not going to take advantage of the early access because I'm still playing around with Radiant Echoes because I was playing around too long with Remix. So I have some things I want to do in Radiant Echoes before it goes away. And I can start this at any time. You get an Algarian Storm Rider mount, which is basically a fancy blue griffin, kind of like the one on the statue. And it does sky riding, so just like most of the mounts in WoW now. Most of the flying mounts in WoW. You get the Storm Riders Attire Transmog set. And you also get the Deep Dwellers Earthen Hearthstone effect, Squally the Storm Hatchling pet, and the Sandbox Storm Griffin toy. And you get 1,000 Traders Tender to use in the Traders post in-game. So, yeah, that's what's all in the box. Alright, it's 10 o'clock. I'm actually going to go play some World of Warcraft right now. Unless my usual evening gaming companion hits me up and wants to play something else, and in case we'll be playing something else. So thanks for watching the unboxing. I hope that was entertaining. Got to admit, I'm a little disappointed. Well, little disappointed on what's not in here. Because again, I'm so used to having other things in this box. So I'm going to read the book, and I'm going to put this thing back together. And then I'm going to put it back in its box and put it in my library. And then, yeah, but that's it. So thank y'all for being here. I will be back tomorrow, probably playing some more World of Warcraft. This weekend I'll be playing World of Warcraft, and then after the actual official launch of The War Within, I'll be playing The War Within because I gotta go hang out with my king. Because, of course, Anduin Wrynn is my king. And it kind of has to be because I'm acquainted with Josh Keaton, his voice actor. So I gotta support my people. So I had a lot of fun. I actually got to hang out with him for a little bit at a convention here in my home state. And it was the first time I actually got to meet him properly and got to chat with him. And, but full disclosure, I do co-manage his Discord and Twitch channel with the amazing Form Bextron, who is a Blizzard animator. If you love a lot of the flying mount sky riding animations, she is one of the people who did them. So show all love to Bex, because Bex is awesome. And she's British, which is even better. So, alright, thanks for watching, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Probably going to be playing some WoW, right? Alright, bye now.